with this pick, the New England Patriots have elected to draft Cole Strange,
Oh, my.
offensive lineman from Chattanooga, in the first round of the 2022 NFL
This
Draft.
is not real.
What?
Kyle,
Come over here. You tell me
This
what
is dream?
that say right there. Does that say Cole Strange?
They have a
Strange, Patriots.
history of doing off the wall things, especially in the draft.
This is pass off the wall.
This is mental gymnastics if I've ever seen it.
they could have got him in the third round.
This is thinking you're smarter than.
This is Bill Belichick.
No, but let's say it because Bill Belichick is at that point, right, to where you got to obviously have numerous Super Bowls. Right?
Yes.
But you're at that point to where are you outsmarting?
Is he senile? Like, how old is this man?
Well, here's
70, I think?
Here's the thing.
You're not.
Bill Belichick has developed, and rightfully so, the reputation of a mad scientist who always knows the right buttons to push. But look at the roster.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the roster and tell me with a straight face what they have done in the last 2 off seasons has produced a better football team. And you look at this board, you look at this selection, and I have a really hard time negotiating that. And what's a shame about that is I really like Cole Strange.
Right, in the third round.
I really like, even in the late second round.
Sure.
If you would have told me Tampa Bay would have drafted him in the end of the second round
Right.
tomorrow, I wouldn't have batted an eye. I would have said that's a great upside pick. But to get it in the first round with the needs that this team has, does this help solve your
No,
Josh
none of
Allen
those
problem?
problems.
No. Plus to add to it, like they've had so much success in years past of drafting linemen late, right,
Mid-round
and
late.
Right.
developing them into good players and starters. I mean, drafting a third rounder that we had a guy that we had a graded in third round and drafting in the first round is just totally against the.
He's
the
not even a
normal.
stylistic fit.
I was going to say the
Like-
same thing.
They're replacing Ted Karras right now.
Yeah, so
You drafted a replacement for
So
Ted
you think you
Karras.
drafted him as a center, obviously, then, right?
You still have David Andrews on
You
the
still have
roster.
David Andrews. They got sniped, guys. Jacksonville ruined this pick for them. They wanted Devin Lloyd. There's no other explanation.
There's no
That's why Jacksonville went up and got their player. And New England said, okay, we're happy with Quay Walker. We're happy with Devin Lloyd. Let's move back. We'll gain some picks. And I said it back when it happened. I was like, they're probably going to get one of those players later on that they would have picked at 21, and we would have never questioned that player.
So this goes back to the trade back from 21.
They
And
got sniped.
what's interesting is we made the observation when they traded back to say,
Yeah.
hey, pretty surprising that a team that's lost as much as New England has this offseason decided they didn't want to pick a football player early in the round and wanted to move back.
Right.
We get too cute here?
In this draft, you can't
that's-
get cute like that.
That's exactly what happened, and it blew back right in their face. And it's time to question Bill Belichick, right? And
Absolutely.
it's hard, but it's time to
Absolutely.
do it, right? Not only from Cole Strange as an evaluation perspective, him, being third round, second round grade, you drafted him in the first round, but also just from a team building standpoint. Like I take it as pure arrogance at this point, right? Like that I know this is a good football player that's gonna pan out. Everybody's telling me what I need to do with my team, but I've got 5-6 Super Bowls. so
Coach
I'm
Skarnecki
gonna
is
do
not
it.
here anymore.
No.
Tom Brady's not here anymore.
Scar is gone.
Yeah,
Again, but if you
This
look at
is
his
crazy.
history, he makes these kind of wild swings at the wildest moments.
But let me it's
he
a lot
drafted
easier.
Jordan Richards, who was like a 7th round safety, and like,
Bro, we're still in the
round-
first round.
I know. I'm just saying, like, this is kind of what he does.
But it's a lot easier to do it when Tom Brady's your
Correct.
quarterback. You have
Correct.
to be self-aware that you have Mac Jones. You don't have Tom Brady anymore, right?
Exactly.
Like you need to put pieces on your team, and sometimes you need to listen to the outside noise. I know that's what coaches like to say, right? Block out the noise, don't listen to the outside noise. Sometimes you need to listen, right? Like you don't have a very good complete football team at this point. This is crazy.
Sometimes where there's smoke, there's fire.
I mean, this has to be the craziest pick I've ever seen. Like, I am shook right now.
I mean, this is up there with the Rashad Penny
Yep.
pick for me
Oh,
from a
yeah.
couple
I
years
was just
ago.
about to ask you that. Y'all been doing this a while. Like what's
It's the same. It's we're deja vu. We're right back in it, but maybe at a higher level.
You could have drafted Daxton Hill, who's still
Bro,
on
yes.
board.
I mean, boy, I'm off.
Boy, Mafe. Arnold Ebiketie.
Okay. And the Chiefs are on the clock. But to close this out, Cole Strange would have been a top blank option for New England. Like, how far down the list of players would you have had to get before you're like, oh yeah, Cole Strange?
40,
34.
30, 40 players.
Yeah, at minimum.
I love Cole. You guys
because-
know that. I did the
yeah.
presentation. I hyped him up at the Senior Bowl. He was not great at the Senior Bowl. And I remember being like, oh, man, I feel kind of weird about the way I talked
But then you
about
put the
him.
tape back on.
Put the
and
tape
it's-
back
the tape's
on.
so
Like,
apparent
he's a
that he
really
can
good
play.
football player, but
And we got to look at our board, right? We're talking about first round. Now, tomorrow is the second and third round, so that's when we talk about guys like Scott Moore that they could have drafted, right? Khalil Shakir, Christian Watson, like guys that can help Mac Jones. It's still a bevy of guys that we have second and third round grades that they could have drafted in position of need to help the team.